Imagine a time when, in your profound knowledge, you chose every happiness, every grief, and every challenge that would define your path long before you breathed. Imagine that before you entered this world, your spirit chose each situation and challenge to enhance your growth and transformation. From the direction of your parents to the challenges you face, all is spun with intent. All of it is woven into a sacred design that guides you toward your actual calling, a divine tapestry. This movie will take us on a trip to reveal the amazing truths of your life, exploring timeless knowledge and modern discoveries that show your life is spun with intention rather than random occurrence. Have you ever sensed that certain relationships or incidents in your life had a predetermined outcome? That is, in fact, the reality of things. Imagine, if you will, that the difficulties you face are divine chances for your spirit to grow, selected with profound intention, not just chance events. Imagine if what you have experienced is finely wrought and part of a great tapestry set in motion long before your first breath. Join us as we investigate the beauties of life before birth, the agreements of the soul, the complex dance of karma, and the vast rules of the cosmos guiding your road. You have a discovery waiting for you that might change how you see your whole life. Within the vast fabric of spiritual life, souls live in an everlasting domain, waiting for their trip into the physical world. In this wonderful world, the boundaries of time and space vanish, and a dimension where the core of pure consciousness and divine wisdom rules supreme emerges. Every spirit sets out on a deliberate trip in this hallowed region, carefully sculpting its way across the earthly sphere with great intention and discernment. At this hallowed ground, spirits receive immense knowledge and insight into the eternal truths that guide life. They work with enlightened masters, heavenly guides, and other higher spirits who help to construct the perfect environment for development and change. This holy trip knits together the paths of every soul, connecting human destinies with the divine tapestry of the universe. Life skillfully weaves the events with amazing clarity and intent, all of which will help them in their search for knowledge and development. Souls consider numerous factors, including the land they live on, the time in which they live, the culture they surround, and the state of society. They deliberately analyze the numerous family dynamics and ponder on the lessons and ties that every particular situation presents. These decisions made before birth go much beyond basic conditions, reflecting on the emotional, mental, and spiritual challenges they wish to come across. Souls set off on a wonderful trip. People often find themselves in trying circumstances where they develop resilience on their path of life. They might go through loss and find their way to understand the ephemeral character of life. They could also participate in relationships that challenge their capacity to forgive and welcome love, free from constraints. The moment of incarnation is quite important. Souls choose when to come into the physical world as part of the vast tapestry of life. They do this by watching the heavenly dance of planetary alignments, the rise and fall of collective consciousness, and the unfolding of global events that speak to their destined paths. This divine timing helps the soul to develop and plays a greater part in the great fabric of human evolution. Spirits remember their past travels through life vividly in this holy period of preparation. They perceive the threads of unfinished journeys, lessons yet to uncover, and paths leading to personal growth. This deep awareness helps individuals to select events that support their general development, as well as their spiritual requirements. Before birth, the core of knowledge and love, speaks at higher frequencies. In this sphere, it becomes clear that often what appears to be hardships for the human eye offers the most excellent chances for the development of the spirit. Trials, they perceive, spark change. Connections foster understanding. Obstacles strengthen perseverance. Those who have traveled far may choose extremely difficult life circumstances to accelerate their development or to mentor and illuminate the path ahead for others. These courageous people embrace the hardships of their honorable searches for the sake of mankind. The trip reveals careful consideration of the special skills, aptitudes, and divine endowments given to every person. Every soul sets out on a trip in the vast tapestry of life, selecting the gifts that light their way and serve their divine intent. They come across events and obstacles throughout this holy journey that highlight the abilities just waiting for development and polish. This delicate dance creates doorways to new paths of development and lets the spirit's virtues show. Spirits establish a strong connection in this holy place with the whole creation. They understand their place in the vast tapestry of life and how their own road fits the narrative the universe is writing. This expanded knowledge helps people to make judgments that support not only personal growth, but also the advancement of society. In preparation for birth, one muses over turning points, momentous events in life when the spirit may choose to return to the divine domain if its goal is achieved or if the road must be changed. These escape points, which provide a degree of freedom while maintaining the dignity of the soul's intended path, are deftly intertwined inside the great tapestry of the life plan. Spirits create holy relationships with other souls who will be crucial in their next life as they get ready to start their terrestrial road. These holy agreements set the stage for the ties that will blossom, directing each person in their mission of uplifting and nourishing one another on their paths of development and change. The immense love and wisdom spun into these agreements exceed our human understanding of the subtleties of relationships. This deliberate preparation demonstrates the great intelligence and aim that guide human life. Every spirit sets out on its earthly path, welcomed by well-chosen circumstances that foster development and fulfill certain spiritual functions. Understanding this pre-birth planning stage reveals the divine wisdom guiding our long road of development and the holy core of every experience. The road the soul prepares for the experience of terrestrial life is deep and layered, full of many thoughts and celestial revelations. Every spirit gently shapes its course on our planet in this sacred period, perfectly complementing the heavenly principles and celestial direction supervising our existence. Deep awareness of one's own development and change is the core of this path. People pause to consider their path and identify the facets of their life that demand care, healing, or creative development. They have a great awareness of their spiritual strengths and flaws, and they use this knowledge to create paths that will help them develop. The decisions made by parents represent a pivotal moment in this journey. Within the vast fabric of life, souls travel to discover the strands of possible familial lines. They consider the whispers of genetic predispositions, the echoes of ancient patterns, and the complex network of karmic ties, tying them back to their heritage. They carefully evaluate the emotional, psychological, and spiritual qualities of possible parents to ensure that these fit their intended paths of learning and life goals. Beyond the ties of direct family, spirits link with a larger circle of like souls. Among them are future friends, mentors, allies, and even people who would seem to be enemies. all meant to profoundly affect their path. Every relationship develops with intention, meant to provoke special growth experiences, question the known paths, and support the road of spiritual enlightenment. The spirit deftly shapes its earthly form for tremendous use. Working with divine builders, it selects the most harmonic genetic combinations to serve its holy function. This entails choosing specific presence, abilities, and even limitations that would support the greatest conditions for growth and education. We select physical characteristics to serve the great mission of the soul, not just for looks. People consider the several routes ahead of them in the magnificent tapestry of life, balancing the results and lessons each may teach. They investigate many cultural settings, the fabric of socio-economic reality, and the tapestry of historical periods that can satisfy their changing goals. This entails selecting certain trials, challenges, and opportunities that will show up at turning points on their route. The major events of life unfold with a divine intent, each one entwined into the vast fabric of creation. Souls mark the major turning points, transforming events and key moments that will direct their development on their path. When the moment is ripe, a divine purpose unfolds at these turning points, inviting us to awaken, heal, or start a path of spiritual development. Spirits set forth brilliant markers and divine signposts along their path in this holy time of preparation. These little signals and significant coincidences will serve as reminders of their intentions prior to birth, guiding them back to their intended path should they find themselves lost or confused in their earthly life. The spirit muses over the several paths ahead, considering their meaning and the lessons they might teach. It combines flexible stories, honoring the gift of choice, with maintaining the basic spirit of its divine mission. This preparation guarantees that important lessons can be extracted from many life paths and contingency plans, ensuring their relevance. With the direction of spiritual friends, the soul weaves in unique talents, beloved gifts, and immense wisdom into its divine blueprint as one travels the tapestry of life. These natural talents will show themselves in due time, helping to fulfill their intended use and becoming crucial on the road of common development. Some of these gifts might be waiting for us to wake them from certain life events or times of spiritual enlightenment. The spirit sensibly sets aside times in the road of life for rest, meditation, and the weaving together of events. In the stillness of these quieter phases, we discover the holy place to consider our experiences, combine the teachings discovered, and equip ourselves for the next paths our development will take. During times like these, one may find themselves in quiet contemplation, finding comfort in solitude, or retreating from the daily grind to consider more profound realities. The process of planning reveals itself as we consider the enormous tapestry of world events and human shared evolution. Souls often match their paths with those of people carrying harmonic or similar goals. This harmonic cooperation combines talents that support human growth and improve the surroundings. The spirit stays in a broken link with divine knowledge during this holy period of preparation. It gains knowledge from enlightened people, the spirits of our forebears, and holy sources that help it match its goal with the universal grand design and the eternal truths. This knowledge shapes and nurtures the spirit's decisions, creating the perfect environment for growth and loyalty. With this careful crafting comes a wonderful design for embodied form. Each thread is carefully placed to foster the highest good and participate in the great evolution of consciousness upon Earth. This design weaves a rich tapestry of meaning, purpose, and potential. Soul contracts show up as a rich tapestry of spiritual agreements spun before one sets out on their earthly trip. These holy treaties set up our most profound life events, relationships, and times of metamorphosis. Within the core of these agreements, we discover a tapestry spun with relationships, promises, and shared responsibilities, all guiding us toward mutual development and transformation. Before assuming the physical form, souls engage in deep conversations with people who will be essential on their earthly journey. These holy conversations demand careful consideration of the development of every soul, the harmony of karma, and the divine intentions guiding all of us. The surfacing contracts clearly define the roles, duties, and desired results, thereby guiding the future. These soul agreements are essentially multifarious, piecing together a tapestry of many relationships and experiences. Some agreements center on healing the ingrained wounds handed down through the years. Some create a tapestry of instruction and learning in the hallowed assembly of souls, where hearts come together to assume the roles of mentors, students, or sparks lighting each other's path of awakening. Some people create chances for harmonizing one's karma or nurturing particular virtues out of interactions' challenges. Family ties reflect some of the most deep spiritual accords. Parents and children join in a holy dance of choice, each choosing the other with the intention to create relationships that support and encourage development for all those who travel this divine path. Oftentimes, these contracts offer challenges meant to spark healing, foster understanding, or develop virtues like forgiveness, patience, or unbounded love. Many times, agreements reached before one even starts this life-shaped romantic relationships. Souls travel in the vast tapestry of life, choosing friends who will lead them across the complex domains of love, the depths of commitment, and the search for their own truths. These agreements might cover periods of separation, betrayal, or loss, not as a kind of punishment, but rather as carefully designed chances for emotional or spiritual development. The sacred agreements of the soul shape professional relationships and career pathways. Soulmates gather in a holy covenant before birth, selecting particular people who will guide their path via employment. These relationships pave the way for moments of triumph, challenges, and profound metamorphosis. These ties could seem like mentors, friends, or even opponents, pushing us to develop our skills and rise above our obstacles. Often woven into the vast tapestry of life are holy agreements asking us to serve and cooperate in harmony. Collected with intent, spirits may choose to travel side by side on their earthly paths together in their mission to elevate and forward human growth. These agreements might inspire fresh social movements, increase knowledge of social issues, or encourage cultural change. The holy agreements of the soul weave together the turning out of important life occurrences. The vast tapestry of life weaves together soulful paths at selected times to create synchronicities that ignite awakening or metamorphosis on their roots. These holy times ensure that for everyone touched by them, necessary connections and experiences show up at the right moment. Some holy agreements revolve around healing the wounds of our ancestors or the threads of generational traditions. Souls choose to enter specific family lines in the vast fabric of life, therefore lighting the awareness needed to challenge and change the ingrained trauma and constraint patterns within. These covenants see many spirits combining over the years, resolving old wounds into great wisdom and insight. The level of soul contracts changes to suit their divine intent. Some agreements create soft, loving relationships that support safe havens for healing and development. Some generate more difficult situations that inspire spirits to venture outside their comfortable domains and cause quick metamorphosis through tribulations. Each soul contract weaves unique lessons and opportunities for growth, guiding everyone who follows its path. These covenants ensure that transactions serve several purposes, therefore fostering the development of every person bound by the agreement. Even those seemingly negative events have immense change potential when viewed through a more enlightened perspective. Soul contracts tie together the strands of energy and set boundaries and limits for our interactions with one another in the vast fabric of life. These covenants define the core, scope, and nature of relationships, guiding them to serve their divine purpose without falling into the traps of excessive entanglement or dependence. This honors the special spirit and independence of every person by laying a road for connection. By means of these heavenly agreements, spirits create a rich tapestry of relationships and travels, supporting their common development. Each contract serves as a strand in this sacred tapestry, contributing to the vast scheme of human consciousness's evolution. Understanding these pre-birth agreements helps one to see the immense relevance spun into the fabric of our relationships and paths of life. A major spiritual obstacle that shows up once the soul sets forth in the physical world is the veil of forgetting. This fascinating trip momentarily obscures our awareness of the holy intentions created before our earthly entrance, the ties of our souls, and the timeless core of our being. Learning the goal and meaning of this veil reveals profound understanding of the path humanity travels and the development of the spirit. A divine veil of amnesia softly envelops souls on their path into the corporeal world during the amazing act of birth. The profound trip into the realm of bodily life reveals a natural distance from the higher spheres of spiritual perception. This transformation creates necessary distances between our earthly consciousness and the wisdom of the immortal spirit, therefore opening the path for real human contacts. This act of forgetfulness has as its principal goal several holy uses. The veil lets real free will decisions to blossom by enveloping the memory of our decisions taken before birth. Even if we are not totally conscious of the deeper spiritual agreements directing us, we often find ourselves confronting obstacles and establishing relationships on the road of life and reacting with sincere emotions and embracing the teachings that come our way. This holy act of release opens the path for actual development and metamorphosis. When negotiating difficult relationships or during trying circumstances, our responses emerge from the wisdom of the present moment instead of what we have known past. This actual nature ensures that our path of faith blooms through sincere experiences rather than only knowledge. The thickness of the veil varies among individuals depending on their particular soul's mission and the path of their development. Through intuition, dreams, or holy meetings, some souls have a strong relationship with the divine and sometimes catch brief looks outside the worldly sphere. Some people choose a deep form of amnesia, totally submerged in the lessons of the physical world, avoiding any spiritual diversion. The clarity of the veil varies in its own divine rhythm as we travel through life. In times of tremendous importance, when the spirit searches enlightenment or the heart stirs with intense feeling, the distance separating worlds may softly open to views of the divine. These brief flashes allow us to see the magnificent architecture of our soul and the close relationships we have with ageless knowledge. These events often show up in peaceful times of introspection, when the soul dances on the brink of life, or during deep contacts with the divine. The trip of forgetting, a divine protection for our mental health, softly guiding us away from loads too great to carry. The human intellect could certainly find too much knowledge in the depths of past lives, soul agreements, and spiritual worlds to handle. The veil is a necessary barrier that helps us focus on the richness of our present experiences and protects us from the vastness of always true knowledge. This protective function extends into the domain of emotional awareness. By shielding the memory of our pre-birth intentions, the veil enables genuine connections to blossom and allows for genuine emotional journeys. Rooted in the rich tapestry of human experiences, rather than only absorbing the ideas of spiritual agreements via the mind, this opens the door to enormous healing and growth. The curtains help us to define time and the links among events. Within our physical awareness, life presents itself as a trip with a set of events playing out. This concentrated approach helps us understand the results of our choices by means of first-hand experiences, facilitating learning through cause and effect. Even in the midst of forgetfulness, the wisdom of our souls consistently navigates gentle paths. The whispers of our higher selves guiding us over the secrets hidden beyond the surface, our intuition, gut feelings, and inner knowledge. These soft murmurs honor the basic limits of our bodily perception and guide us toward the intentions we carried before our earthly path. The veil shapes our interactions and relationships. Though we do not remember the holy agreements of our souls, we create relationships with one another in the tapestry of our life, guided by real emotions and the magnetic pull of attraction or the instinctual push of rejection. Through the course of life, this creates the path for actual healing, personal development, and the fulfillment of holy promises. During times of profound transformation, the curtain of reality might lift or become transparent, exposing sights of the invisible. Moments of birth, death, trauma, or spiritual awakening serve as gateways on our journey through life, allowing a glimpse of a higher consciousness to permeate our physical existence. These realizations provide solace, direction, and clarity to others seeking it in trying times, therefore acting as a lighthouse of hope. There are preventive steps and encouraging structures accompanying the process of forgetting. Our higher selves are always conscious of the holy trip we started and the intentions we set out before our earthly entrance, even when the curtain of conscious memory is drawn. This soft direction runs through our dreams, the significant coincidences we come across, and the whispers of intuition to make sure we stay in line with the intent of our souls. The veil's goal changes as our shared consciousness of mankind develops and ages. The once thick barrier may start to lift as more souls travel on their spiritual paths, providing deeper insights into spiritual domains, while yet maintaining the necessary limits required for development and knowledge in the physical world. Karma and universal laws guide soul and universe harmony. This complex tapestry combines enormous spiritual currents, influencing both personal and group development, with simple cause and effect. Learning these laws reveals the great wisdom woven through all of creation and the path humanity travels. Beyond the basic concepts of reward and punishment, karma reveals a deeper awareness of cause and effect in our lives. Instead, it acts as a well-tuned instrument for maintaining harmony and balance in every sphere of existence. Every idea, goal, and decision we make sends out different vibrations that combine to create the energetic essence of our soul. The echoes of our activities collect throughout the years to create complex patterns that define the fabric of our next experiences. The spirit travels ahead, seeking events and relationships that offer opportunities for harmony, healing, and development. Through personal experiences and discoveries, this road leads all aspects of awareness back to a condition of balance. The universal big ideas dance in harmony with the ageless karma facts, attracting spirits with encounters that speak to their core energies, helps them to unite. According to the balance principle, no matter how strong any force is, eventually it will try for harmony. Every action we do creates a thread in the fabric of life that reveals the complex dance of cause and effect, and results that span time and space. Divine ideas guide the soul's path over several life phases, spun with a tapestry of cosmic harmony and order. Every path we travel creates a magnificent tapestry of development, where invisible forces softly guide our energies toward teachings promoting knowledge and illumination. This trip happens in its own time, free from extraneous influence or criticism. Life reveals their existence in the domains of relationships, health, work, and the road of spiritual development by means of a tapestry spun with karmic patterns. These patterns guide the soul on a trip until it totally absorbs the lessons meant to be taught by weaving together a tapestry of repeating themes and obstacles. The cycles we come across are supposed to guide us toward a conscious change and better knowledge rather than to criticize us. One has to embrace awareness and go deliberately forward to break the karma cycles. When spirits sense familiar patterns, they could welcome new responses that transform old energy echoes. This path of conscious transformation accelerates the road of spiritual development and generates a tsunami of positive karma for the next events. Group activities taken together create a tapestry that significantly shapes the human path. Common paths or pacts entwine souls that carry the weight of shared karmic threads, influencing their interactions over the years. As people negotiate common obstacles and enjoy successes together, these group dynamics thread together events of communal healing, understanding, and progress in the tapestry of life. The karmic resolve unfolds in time with the holy rhythms of the universe. Every spirit sets off on a voyage via distinct patterns when the heart and intellect are ready to welcome the teachings that lie ahead. Even if human knowledge would question the timing of challenging events, this holy timing reveals the best circumstances for development and transformation. The echoes of past life find their way into the fabric of our present and help to shape our situation in ways that could be invisible, but are quite significant. These effects show themselves in the gifts given to us, the inner fears we carry, the inexplicable draw toward specific objects, and the recurring patterns across our lives. By using these links, spirits can actively participate in their path toward karmic resolution and spiritual development. New karma emerges over the fabric of every lifetime. Every choice we make, goal we pursue, and action we perform leaves fresh traces on the fabric of our paths forward. This path has countless opportunities for spirits to raise their awareness and approach the divine order of the cosmos. Often embracing challenging karma, wise souls aim to uplift and encourage people around them. Rooted in service, these decisions provide means of shared healing and progress among us all. These people purposefully interact with karma's ideas in order to effect change not only inside of themselves, but also for the good of all. There are eternal ideas in the vast tapestry of life that combine the strands of justice and balance to guide all spheres with relentless fairness. Even though human knowledge may not fully appreciate the beauty of this developing process, every spirit has what it needs to develop. The thoughtful application of these ideas lays the groundwork for conscious change and the spiritual road trip. The combination of karma's wisdom and the universal laws encourages souls to actively engage in their journey of growth and transformation. Acknowledging these guiding ideas helps people to pick ways that support positive energy and quicken their road of spiritual development. This deliberate participation transforms the road from passive response to deliberate development. As we travel throughout the great concepts this film offers, I find myself thinking about the core of life and the invisible forces creating the fabric of our existence. Planning before birth is more than just a fascinating concept. It's a viewpoint that lets us consider our challenges, relationships, and the minute aspects of our path through life. It asks us to rethink our conception of life, often seeing it as a tapestry spun with intention rather than as a set of random events. Rather, it helps us to see a fresh perspective. Each moment, whether happy or sad, contributes to a great heavenly tapestry. This concept invites us to consider closely our perspective of the hardships we go through and the pain itself. What if our toughest obstacles are divine opportunities, sacred events designed for our development and metamorphosis rather than only tests? Understanding that we, as spirits, are here with intention, guided by a profound awareness that we may come to fully realize as time passes, helps us find solace in knowing that we are not drifting without direction on this journey of life. Pre-birth contracts assist us in gently reminding ourselves that we are never alone on our journey. Our paths intertwine. Every interaction with another soul enhances our path and exposes the great fabric of life we all live. From this story, what lessons might we pick out? One of the most important facts is indeed that life happens with aim and purpose, rather than by accident. Every connection, every decision we make, and every obstacle we face is woven into a larger tapestry designed to lead us toward the most complete self-awareness. Therefore, regardless of the turmoil or uncertainty that could surround us, our life has direction. Spend some time considering these ideas, thinking back on your goals, and exploring your road forward. If you saw every challenge as an opportunity to grow spiritually, what would change in your life? Engage in enlightening conversations, absorb this information, and let it inspire you to welcome a life full of purpose, awareness, and a better knowledge of the tremendous influences surrounding your path.